The managing director of Oshomo Industrial Park for Ologbo, Edo State, Dr. Igiehon, don tok say the way Nigerians go fit stop this wahala for national grid collapse na to get plenty independent power producers (IPP) across the country. As journalists dey tour the facility, dem see Oshomo IPP1, IPP2, gas supply infrastructure, transmission line, marine facilities, and other important structures. Senior reporter for GTV Nigeria, Anita Engr, wey follow for di tour, report say Oshomo na independent power producer wey federal government don give licence to distribute light for Edo State. GTV Nigeria still gather say Oshomo power network don already spread reach over 200 kilometers for inside Benin metropolis, and dem dey supply light to Edo State government, NDAs, federal government offices, business people, and even local communities.
In terms of power distribution, today, in the areas where the two companies have network, the stakeholders have an option. They can go to anyone, and that's the way it should be. Anybody who is connected to Osiamo and doesn't like it and wants to go to BEDC, you're welcome, and vice versa, and that's the way it should be. But in absolute terms, people will tell you it's a simple fact. Today our tariff is lower, and you can go and measure the availability. You take the village of Ologbo. The village of Ologbo, there was no power for 6 years. Zero. And a community where gas is being fled, there is no power. And we solved that problem. There was nobody to give them power. And you can go and check. Most of the communities, all the way to bypass, they have approached us saying that we should give them power. So it's a simple fact. If you have a project, an IPP project, and you say that it's going to be 20 or 25 megawatts from supply around, I don't know, the metropolis, it's not going to be very easy to convince the financiers because of all the incidents of bypassing and stealing and all of that. Today it's going to be very difficult. I mean, you are gentlemen of the press. Today is all over the press that these generation companies are threatening to shut down. This is the issue. However, if we have a process plant, and yes, and there are many that require 50 megawatts, and the whole basis of that process plant is clear, the commodity, the financing, everything, it will be very easy. This is the issue. It will be very easy. And of course, because we bridge both, we have this our independent network that we are supplying. We are supplying to we have single phase meter, which is just a small house. We have 3-phase meter, a large house, a small business. We have MD meters, large businesses. The whole span. So we are seeing everything. And then beyond that, we are developing a process plant here that will use 10, 20, 50 mega, even more than that.
Dr. Igiehon come tok say Oshomo no be just power distribution company, dem still get license for power generation and transmission.
Well, first of all, the question about BEDC. BEDC is a distribution company, full stop. And BEDC has a distribution license. We are a generation, a transmission, and distribution company. Totally different. It's not the same. It's total different. We have 3 licenses, which covers generation, transmission, and distribution. And we also have licenses for our gas infrastructure. So if you really look at our energy or power chain, you are talking about, 4 or 5 segments, all licensed. Whereas the BEDC activity is just restricted to one. Of course, at the end of the day, we all have the same objective, which is to provide power. That's for our power side of our business. Because when you say relationship with BEDC, I am assuming that you are talking about the power side of our business. It is an industrial park. We are doing a lot more. Power is only part of it. So what BEDC does is distribution of power, and that's a subset of what we do. BEDC has its licenses, we have our licenses. We've not talked about the license, but everything we do is based on our London standard. Our stakeholders are in London. We don't do anything without proper licenses. So we obtained our licenses from NEC in 2015 and subsequently in 2018, and they have their own licenses.
Yes, the good people of Edo State, right? Like this, we did for Ologbo community for Wahala local government area of Edo State, where we did so now Osiomo power plant. And for so many people where they talk so Osiomo, now whether na IPP independent power plant or na for state or for federal government, Osiomo power plant na private owned. It not concern state, it not concern federal government. And like this, we don't move around the various facilities where they this place. We get the marine area, we get the side where it be say the gas area and other things like this. And these people, this company, this private owned company, they supply light to so many people for Benin, for Ibubaha local government area of Edo State, and Nita Erin. Let me give you this story for GTV Nigeria.